Space Age Mars, Episode 2 in Forge of Empires. In Episode 1, I demonstrated that initially players cannot build much on Mars and that it is necessary to complete the province map of the virtual future first. I mentioned that I am not sure whether it is already a good idea to build some drop pods or if I should build more of them. Many of you gave feedback in the comments below the video. The message in these comments was the same in the German FoETipps channel as in the English FoEhints channel. You can never have enough credits, as you will need many of these. Life support I should ignore initially. So I build more drop pods, not only some more, but many more. I announced that I will listen to the feedback below the videos and change my gameplay accordingly. I am happy to benefit from the experience other players made before me. With these many drop pods, I can now collect a lot of credits every 4 hours. While I was fighting through the provinces of the virtual future, a lot happened this week in Forge of Empires. We all waited on that desired Antics dealer. Several players dropped the command to start selling cheap items quickly to get the second slot fast. I also did that in my Space Age Mars city. But let us return to our topic, Space Age Mars. The summer event started, and this has a lot of impact from and for the Space Age Mars. Many players asked me whether or not it makes sense to advance to a new era directly before an event starts, as some quests might then be more difficult or even impossible to solve. I am someone who likes such challenges, and for me the advantages are more important. After advancing to the next era, the rewards are bigger and better. All rewarded units and buildings are from the new age. I was able to upgrade my second the ship, and along with the upgrade it was also brought to the new era. I decided for the trade ship as I expect to need a lot of Space Age Mars goods. Also, the crow's nest, still on level 1, already delivers Space Age Mars goods. They both will help me to advance quickly. With quests asking you to finish battles, you should expect to have Space Age Mars units on the opponent's side, as that Space Marine, the light unit of Space Age Mars. Not only the computer can use such units, I also can do that, and I use a Tesla Walker, the ranged unit from Space Age Mars, as it has great bonuses against light units. From the guild expedition, I still have a few Space Age Mars units only. Therefore, I keep that precious unit in the upper corner of the map, and the computer needs 5 hits to destroy one of my changed rogues. I won a satellite dish, a cultural building of Space Age Mars. I really appreciated that, as it will help me to complete the quest, which will require me to build a cultural building from my current age. By the way, the quest asking me to build 2 residential buildings of my current age could be completed by building 2 drop pods on the Mars. I still don't have any other residential buildings from Space Age Mars. Later, a quest asked me to collect 1 million supplies. Completing a single province on the province map of the virtual future completed that. These many provinces helped me to refill my stock of supplies. After my terracotta army finally reached level 10, I constructed Himeji Castle. Someone who has so many battles as I have should benefit from this building. I intentionally waited until the guild expedition started on Tuesday morning before I advanced to Space Age Mars. This has the advantage that I still have one more guild expedition of the virtual future. But the Temple of Relics already provides military units of the Space Age Mars, and I can use the Space Age Mars units occasionally for my advantage. Example given on platform 48, I already used 2 champions of Space Age Mars. They are nearly invincible by units of the virtual future. This feels a bit like cheating. Of course, it is not difficult to complete all 64 battles of the guild expedition this way. The technology plasma nozzles can still be researched without having Mars ore or goods from Space Age Mars. This then enables me to build the Space Marine barracks and to produce the light unit of Space Age Mars, the Space Marines. These new military units also help against neighbors. Often, virtual future neighbors attack me with Hoover tanks of the future era. I added 4 Tesla walkers in my defense. These have the property to ignore stealth, which is a death sentence for all Hoover tanks. I added a glider as many players love to attack with artillery only. As the glider is a flying unit, it cannot be attacked by artillery, and it alone will then win the battle. 3 rogues make sense because my Space Age Mars units survive that long that the rogues really can reach the opponent to force their change into a Space Age Mars unit. And I still did not have enough Space Age Mars units. For this final week in my virtual future neighborhood, this was the perfect city defense. On the province map of the virtual future, the Space Age Mars units also were beneficial occasionally. But in these battles I would have missed the Hoover tanks of the future era more than Space Age Mars units. I only can recommend to not neglect the province map as much as I did, to avoid to have so many battles in a row to catch up. And don't forget that you also get 2 expansions from these provinces. On Saturday, I finally completed all relevant provinces of the virtual future. The missing parts I will complete when there's nothing else to do. Now I'm eager how these Space Age Mars units work on the province map of the Mars. The first counting has a price of 5 million coins. Good that I'm not short on coins. The first sector contains 4 Steel Wardens, the heavy unit of Space Age Mars, and 4 Space Marines. Both are very slow, which grants a lot of time to artillery units. Unfortunately, I only have very few of these. Therefore, I fill up with rocket troops of the virtual future era. Anyway, I believe they are better for this purpose as they have the property Morse, hitting more units in a circle of 2 tiles around the tile. That shows results very fast. This way, all opponents are defeated before they are able to give a single shot. The second sector then has 4 artillery and 4 heavy units. This again is great for my artillery. Once again, I prefer the virtual future unit, and I only add 1 Space Age Mars artillery unit as I'm short on virtual future units. These many battles on the province map of the virtual future reduced my stock significantly. I also win this battle without having a single wounded unit. How I will proceed in Space Age Mars, and if all battles are as simple as those I have shown today, will be part of the next episodes of this little video series about Space Age Mars.